Hey everyone, welcome to Champions Families. Today I want to talk about you, really. You just received an autism diagnosis for your child. I can imagine that you maybe feel concerned, worried, scared, anxious. Don't worry, we're here to help you. I'm joined today by Craig Johnson, Samantha Johnson, and Redonda Roten, and they're going to tell you exactly what you want to do next. So, Craig, welcome. Help our people out.
Yeah, I think that this is a time where you've got to just stop. And Redonda, one of the things you have to do is, I think the first thing you have to do is breathe.
Yeah, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. A diagnosis is important, and it's actually a key that's going to help us, draw information, but it's not everything. A lot of times when we feel overwhelmed, we tend to start taking shallow breaths. And that is not what we want to do, because what happens is sometimes it can throw us into a panic attack. So to breathe in through your nose, as long as you hold it as long as you can, and out through your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you do that probably 8 or 9 times, take your time with your breaths. And all of a sudden you can feel your body start to settle down to where you can again grab a hold of the emotions and all the things that are going on around you.
Yeah, that's so true. And, Sam, I think one of the things that begins to come right when you get that diagnosis is it feels like a finality. It feels like it's over, the life that you thought you knew. And in some senses, your life is changing, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I remember obviously when you first received that diagnosis, there's a lot to figure out. There's a lot to it's overwhelming. And I remember when we first got the diagnosis with Connor, and mind you, this was, what, 19, 20 years ago. Someone read this poem to me, and the poem was from 1987. Like it's an older poem, but something in this poem just clicked for me that helped me reframe what I was feeling in my head. And I just want to read this real quick. It's called Welcome to Holland. I'm often asked to describe the experience of raising a child with a disability, to try to help people who have not shared that unique experience to understand it, imagine how it would feel. It's something like this. When you're going to have a baby, it's like planning a fabulous vacation trip to Italy. You buy a bunch of guidebooks and you make wonderful plans. You're going to see the Colosseum, the Michelangelo David, the gondolas in Venice. You may learn some handy phrases in Italian. It's all very exciting. After months of eager anticipation, the day finally arrives and you pack your bags and off you go. Several hours later, the plane lands and the stewardess comes aboard and says, "Welcome to Holland." Holland, you say? What do you mean Holland? I signed up for Italy. I'm supposed to be in Italy. All my life, I've dreamed of going to Italy. But there's been a change in the flight plan. They've landed in Holland, and there you must stay. The important thing is that you haven't been taken to a horrible, disgusting, filthy place full of pestilence or famine or disease. It's just different. So you may go out and buy new guidebooks, and you must learn a whole new language, and you all meet a whole new group of people you never knew that you would meet. It's just a different pace. It's a slower pace than Italy. It's less flashy than Italy, but after you've been there for a while, you catch your breath, you look around, and you begin to notice that Holland has windmills, Holland has tulips, Holland even has Rembrandts. But everyone you know is busy coming and going from Italy, and they're all bragging about what a wonderful time they've had there. And for the rest of your life, you'll say, "Yes, that's where I was supposed to go, and that's what I had planned." And the pain of that will never, ever, ever go away, because the loss of that dream is a very, very significant loss. But if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't get to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the very special, very lovely things about Holland. And I don't know why, that just helped me just change my whole thinking process.
Yeah, that was so good. I think that, when you get that diagnosis, just all these fears start to come in, and all these thoughts of, what does this mean? What's going to happen? What is my life going to be like? What is my child's life going to be like? And it's overwhelming. One of the things that I try to speak into parents every time is, I want you to know this is not your fault. I want you to know you didn't do anything wrong. I want you to know you're a great parent. And what you have to do is, you have to let go of the past, because if you hold on to the past, it's going to tell you all that you've done wrong, how you weren't a good parent, how you should have done this, how you could have done it differently. And you almost have to reprogram your vision, because you probably had a vision for your child, your family. It looks a certain way. Your child's going to do this, and your child's going to achieve this. And it doesn't mean that your child is not going to do great things. It doesn't mean that your child is not going to achieve things. But until you are able to embrace the new vision, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, but just be open to it. Be open to the new vision that you're about to walk into, and know this isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And I just want to speak, if you're a mom on here right now, or if you're a dad, I want you to know you're a great mom. You need to hear me on this. You're a great mom. So many thoughts are going to tell you that you're not, but you are a great mom. And I want to tell you, dads, you're a great dad. Now, what you've got to do in this situation is, you got to take it day by day, and you've got to begin the process of healing, and begin the process of being willing to take the first step. Because it's not anything that you did. This is a new adventure that you're about to walk into. And know that you're a great parent.
I love that. Thank y'all so much for sharing this. I kind of want to recap on this almost, because I know you're watching this video. So chances are you're probably overwhelmed. So the first step is just breathe. Just take a minute, pause this video, take a second to breathe. And after you've caught your breath, just know it's going to be okay. Yes, things may be different than you always imagined it, but things will be okay. And just know you're a great parent. The fact that you took the time to find this video tells me that you're a great parent. I know you're trying to do everything you can to be the best mom, or to be the best dad, maybe even the best auntie or uncle for your loved one. So breathe, know that it's going to be okay, and we're here to help you on this new journey.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you are a parent of a special needs child, you don't have to do this alone. Visit championsfamilies.org to get support, encouragement, and community. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video that speaks to your journey.